And I'm just curious for you guys, what will be like the little day-to-day things that you're going to miss about filming?
The people. I'm just getting to see these beautiful faces every day. I was gonna say the food. That too. No, it really is amazing working with our friends every day. So it's gonna be sad to not just know I'm gonna see my friends.
I know, I think about it all the time. I'm like, how do I live my life where I don't just like automatically get to wake up and see you two? FaceTime. That's true.
Yeah.
And we'll all be home in LA.
Will there ever be like, an opportunity? I guess this is an amazing thing about these comic book franchises is that they continue to live on, right? Like you guys are part of the Arrowverse and they continue to create other shows and movies, video games, whatever. Do you think there will be some opportunities in the future where the three of you will be working together again?
I sure hope so.
I mean, with these shows, you never know, right? Like, it's such a gift because even though a show ends, there's always the possibility that some future iteration of it will come to be. And yeah, worst case scenario, I think Kayla and I are just going to figure out a way to like write a movie for the three of us to be in it so that we can hang out together.
Yeah, there is something in the works already for the three of us.
We have a plan.
You don't know about this.
Come in.
But still delivered. Yeah.
All right, well then I guess the follow-up question to that is, this future vehicle that you haven't even told Danielle about yet that she's going
I gave
to
her
be
a soft pitch.
Is it going to be comic book related or do you have another concept that you're dreaming up?
It's the Flash adjacent, but I love it.
All right, do we have another person at the mic?
Wait, I think there's two lines. Do you mind if we go back and forth?
Oh, I'm sorry, there's another line over there. My bad.
I have a real fairness issues.
Sorry, I didn't appreciate it.
Not a you thing.
Yes.
Hi. My question is for Danielle Panabaker. In 2004, you worked with Brenda Song. Would you ever want to work with her again?
Absolutely. She's the best. Yeah, we're still in touch. Her Christmas card this year was hilarious. And I would love to work with her again. Absolutely.
What was on the Christmas card?
It was her family. It was really funny. It was really clever.
You're one of those families that kind of like dolls it up and like, maybe get an assistant that has a little CGI to get in there.
They were committed, that's for sure.
All right, our next question.
Hi. Oh my goodness. First off, I just wanted to say that I totally appreciate your show, your characters. I just think women on screen, especially in action shows and superhero shows, are so important, and it's still relevant today. My question for all three of you is, looking back, what is something that you would change or wanted to do specifically with your character on the plot?
That's a good one. I really wanted to see a more villainous version of Killer Frost. I feel like after season 3, she kidnapped Cecile. That wasn't very nice.
No, it was not.
I would have loved to have seen like a version in season 4 where Killer Frost was more of a villain and that sort of thing. But they didn't go that direction.
These are hot. I feel like I would have wanted to see more of Allegra's family. We got a lot of her cousin, but I think exploring her parents, because we talk a lot about sort of the trauma and damage that they caused, to go back and kind of see glimpses of that would have been cool.
Well, this is no secret. I pitched it a million times and I didn't win, but I always wanted to have an episode where, because of Cecile's powers, she would find a way to switch bodies and have like a Freaky Friday with Killer Frost. That would have been great. I always thought it would be so fun because Frost was so not nice and Cecile is so nice. And I thought it would have been a blast.
I would have loved each other's space. If only we wrote the show.
If only.
I guess this is the amazing thing about a comic book show is that there's no storyline that's completely not possible. You know what I mean? Like that 1000% can happen. I would imagine as actors, just from maybe the craft of acting, what then would you need to do to change your character from really nice and play Danielle's character? You just follow her, watch her tape.
Danielle already had to watch too much of me.
Well, I did have that episode, gosh, what was it? Season 4, where I was adopting everybody's personalities, and I adopted Caitlin's personality for a while. That was super fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who that villain was.
Gosh, oh, the Thinker. That was the Thinker.
Yeah, it was the Thinker.
Yeah, because Cecile was pregnant, and that's why she was.
Yeah,
powers were going all along.
Season 4.
I just imagine that would have to be a very sensitive thing because you are now portraying the other people you work with, and you have to be like, where are you doing a good job, and maybe making fun of their work.
Yeah, it was a fine line because I was doing Dan Pan, I was doing Jesse L. Martin. Who else did I mimic in that episode? Oh, and then there was like the pizza guy who was like a surfer dude, but Jesse was honestly the one that was the hardest.
I want to check out Pizza Guy Surfer Dude now so badly. All right, our next question.
Hi, ladies. My question is, if you could take one trait from the metaverse and put it into your own life, which one would you take?
A trait from the metaverse. I don't know.
Does it have to belong to our character already?
No.
You stumped me.
I'd take Barry's speed in a heartbeat.
Yeah, seriously.
That's free first class travel right there.
I want to run real fast. Okay, our next question. Hello over there.
Back to that.
This is a question for Danielle. Since you're an OG Team Box member, can you say any words of Poker Face?
Oh man.
Yeah.
No.
We're not doing karaoke?
I mean, if Los was here. Do you want to know what's funny about that? Is Los was one of the first people to be like, she can't dance. Like, he's not here for my lack of musical abilities. So I won't torture everyone with Poker Face.
Okay, next question.
Hi, I'm Emily. I really enjoy the show. Like, you guys are great. I have one question: is what's your favorite thing to do in Vancouver? Like, what do you like Vancouver overall? Like, what do you like to do? Vancouver. We've got free time.
I think it's changed for me since having kids, for sure. I think like being able to get outside and enjoy the beach in particular has been, the ability to just like take the stroller out and get going is really convenient.
Yeah, when the sun comes out, Vancouver is so gorgeous. There's like no city that beats it. And I feel so ashamed and sad that I haven't done more hikes and like outdoor things. I really should have.
You got 2 weeks, kid.
I know, but put it all in the 2 weeks. We live near-ish the Kids Beach area, so that's
Kitsilano.
Yeah, so that's a fun area for us.
Eat.
Yeah.
We have a restaurant called Bodega that's kind of over the years become like our personal Cheers. They always let us have a table and feed us too much wine, and I'm gonna miss that terribly.
Thank you so much.
And then we can get some mini donuts too. They have those here. Next up.
Hello, ladies. My name's Cody. Okay, we'll forget the recording. I have two questions. One's for all three of you, and one's specifically for Kayla, who I met earlier. So the question for all three of you: is there anything you're gonna take home from set from season 9 that you can say without spoilers, just because I'm a little behind?
I'm taking home this outfit. And this is all Allegra. This entire outfit. So I'm taking that home.
I have Star Labs mugs. I have a couple Jitters mugs, and like I have the old brown Jitters mugs. You know, now they're teal Jitters mugs. So I have some of those, but I need to think of something like a little bit more character specific to tape as well.
I was just realizing we've had a scene in this episode that was meant to be shot outside, and now it's going to be done inside, and the location that we're doing it at, I realized gives me access to Cecile's office. So I think I would like to like either take Cecile's law degree off the wall.
Oh, that's
framed
smart.
degree. Yeah, so I'm gonna pop over there. And
That's such a good point, because like we're never going back to Caitlin's apartment, so yeah, I for sure should get in there. I should probably take Frost's artwork.
Yes.
Thank you, you've inspired me.
And my second question for Kayla is, Allegra and Charles, or Chuck, play D&D. Do you yourself actually play D&D? And if so, what's your character?
I don't play D&D. I've just started to like dip my toe in what that would look like, learning some of the rules and things, and it feels overwhelming, but I think it would be really fun. No one's really invited me to play, so I'm just kind of waiting for an invite, but I'm down to play.
Did they teach you for that episode last season?
Yes.
And it was like in one ear, out the other?
I mean, there was just so much. We have the playbook that's like this thick. No, it literally has, yeah. So they were like, but you just need to know these 3 things. I was like, okay.
Just gotta get the lingo right. You gotta talk about armor class and roll a dice and have fun. Well, now you're gonna get like 400 invites after this to go play Dungeons and Dragons in someone's basement out in Cloverdale. So it's gonna be awesome. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. What character do you play, bud?
I actually haven't played D&D yet.
Okay.
I'm actually trying to create a Pokemon D&D for my fiance and whoever else. It's kind of hard to know the rules and stuff.
Okay, that sounds pretty next level. All right, next question over there, please.
Hi, ladies. So first off, sorry.
No, I think that's my mic.
Just wanted to say that it's great to see such powerful women that are out there doing not only the acting but also directing. But also, one thing I wanted to just pass on, Danielle Panabaker, you might have met someone a few years ago by the name of Lord Mesa.
Oh yeah.
And for the rest of the Team Flash, I actually had contacted Mesa and basically said, I'm going to see the girls and Steven at Fan Expo. Is there anything you'd like for me to pass on? So, especially for those of you that have kids, he actually sent me some pages so that you actually have your own coloring books for your kids.
Wow.
Ones that are specifically for Flash, and ones that are specifically for Frost. But I just wanted to pass them on to you because I mentioned to him that I always joked with him about while the shows were filming, about coming up and getting a tour, and he keeps saying, oh yeah, I'm going to do it, and he never got a chance. So I just wanted someone to take those up to the ladies.
Oh, thanks. Or you can come see us at our team.
I can do that.
Yeah, come say hi, for sure.
But yeah, he wanted me to make sure that you guys got these.
He's the best.
He really is. He's
So
a
nice.
sweetheart. This one I actually put together, and it's for Team Flash. So Danielle, you actually have your own for just Frost characters.
Oh, amazing.
And this way you guys can take them for whatever, and you can put them together for coloring books. So
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank
you so much.
Okay, next question.
I'm Richie, and this is for the panel. What famous actresses influenced your craft?
What influences our craft?
I mean, there's some quote or saying that great artists steal, and I think, hopefully we're all constantly being inspired by other actresses. I can't think of any off the top of my head right now. But I think that's the beauty of like getting to consume so much entertainment is like there's great performances all the time.
I think the list is just so incredibly long. For me, for sure, I grew up watching old movies. Like I didn't sleep as a kid, and so I would stay up all night watching old movies. And that's the women in those classic films are why I wanted to become an actress. Like Katharine Hepburn and Betty Davis, Joan Crawford. Like I was really heavily influenced by their work, and in particular, I think I mentioned those three because they were all women that sort of played badasses at a time when women weren't supposed to be badasses.
I was the same. I watched those old movies too, and those old actresses, so that's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, I grew up watching actresses like Julia Roberts and Sandra Bullock, those kinds of actresses that did, you know, rom-coms and drama, but were also really funny. But I'm also really interested in sort of this new wave of young actors like Zendaya and people like Timothy Chalamet. Like, it's really interesting to see sort of how acting has evolved and how, like, yeah, just how they do their craft. So I'm inspired by the young actors as well.
Thank you.
Okay, our next question. Sorry, it's hard for me to see the people over there, but hello to who's ever next up on the mic.
Hi, my name is Hector, and I'm very big fan of all of you, okay? Just know. So basically, I have two questions, and the first one is, so how has the Flash, the series, impacted affected your knowledge of the cosmos? That's the first question.
I mean, I knew nothing before joining this show. Not saying I know a lot now, but I knew absolutely nothing. Did you say knowledge of the comics or of the cosmos?
The cosmos.
I thought you said the comics.
No,
Yeah.
the cosmos.
Like, you mean like their knowledge of space and time?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. That's deep.
I actually struggle with it as a gigantic science nerd. So, like, I'm the one who reads the scripts, and every once in a while I'm like, no. That particular element would never interact in that way with it's. I think that I don't know that it influenced my knowledge of the cosmos, but it's definitely impassioned me in a lot of ways, and I get excited when we make science references. I know Dan Pan's probably going to disagree with me because she usually has to say the science reference. I just have a different experience.
I feel like I disagree. I'll read something in the script and I'll be like, sure, that's the way that works. That's a real word. Because I don't know. So I don't know that I've learned anything, but I'm open to it now in a way that I wasn't before.
Oh, I'm still learning every day.
Yeah, I would imagine that when you get the script, like Danny said, you get the script and you just go like, none of this maybe makes sense when you see it on paper. At what point do you have to just like trust the process and hope that what comes out at the other end is, this great show that goes for 9 seasons?
A lot.
Cross our fingers.
Yeah, a lot of just like, they must know what they're talking about when they're talking about Earth 3 or whatever.
I remember there was this one time where there was something written in the script regarding a speedster, and it was talking about the speed of something, light, sound, one of those things. And Brent was like, no, that's not right. It should be 3.45 million trillion,
Oh
blah,
yeah,
blah,
because
blah.
I looked it up. It was at the top of season 8. I remember this argument.
Yeah.
I was there for that. Yeah, he and I were arguing about also how many million miles the sun is away from the Earth.
Yeah.
FYI, I was right. It's 93 million miles.
Does this show help influence your vision of the cosmos?
It does, in a big way. So before the Flash, I basically didn't know anything about the universe, but now it's all coming together, making sense, and making me dive deeper into stuff.
Alright, so that's why we don't watch The Flash on the CW, we get it on National Geographic. It's more like a documentary. Okay, that's awesome. Alright, Nick.
I have a second question though.
Oh, sorry, second question. Yeah, my bad, sorry about that.
So basically, it's for all of you, and so we all love the Flash, right? Everyone loves the Flash, also. But sometimes when he makes decisions by himself and goes to include everyone, just jumpstart into something. As a character, how does that make you feel?
I think it can be a struggle. But it creates conflict. You can tell the story.
Yeah, Allegra's newer and younger and definitely a newer member to Team Flash, so I feel like I'm used to nobody consulting with me about anything.
I consult with you.
Yeah, we have our own.
We consult.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barry goes rogue sometimes and just like decides for himself not to communicate with the team. It can be a little frustrating, actually. Especially when the rest of the team members are trying to tell him something and he doesn't want to listen.
Okay, our next question.
Can you hear me okay?
Oh, you bet.
How are you all doing?
Good, very well, thank you.
Great.
First, I want to say that thank you for entertaining us with the show for the last 8+ years. When it was on Tuesdays, I would rush home from basketball practice at Mundane just to catch the Flash. Anyway, so my question is, if you could switch powers with any Arrowverse character, who would it be? And it's for all of you.
I don't know, that's a tough one.
They're liking the Freaky Friday questions today.
No. Who would you want to be?
Me? Ooh, that's really tough. I don't know.
I 100% thought he always thought of it. That's why I asked it.
You really challenged me here. I don't know. I guess I'd say the Flash. I guess as well. Cool. You know, to have super speed and like phasing through things. That would be really cool.
Imagine as a basketball player that would come in handy.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like my answer changes. I've heard this question a few times and my answer changes every time, but right now I feel like I would want to have Supergirl's powers. Because like, what can't she do? She's awesome.
She's a badass.
Yeah.
True.
My answer is also Supergirl, but again, for the same consistent reason. She can fly, which means I don't have to pay for plane tickets, which means I can get to wherever I want to go, and not as fast as if the Flash was going there, but at least Supergirl's got a good view.
Has the Flash ever played around in any episode with using the superpowers for more mundane?
Early in the season, or in the series, we did that. They had a lot of fun with it. You know, just this idea that like Barry needed to eat all the time because he was constantly burning calories, and he was, you know, I think it's like episode 102, he's playing Operation with me, and something else with Tom, and something else with Lois, like, you know, and like, how many times has he rebuilt Jitters, the West House, whatever, like that?
Oh, just immediately. Yeah, I would just imagine like exploring some of these superpowers, like, gotta pick up the kids, then I gotta get to work, then I gotta get to practice, and it's like, well, for the Flash or Supergirl, that's a completely different equation. And then could you imagine their partner, you know, there's no excuse for being late. So, our next person?
Hi, my name is Tihan. I know you've all come on the show at different times, but what do you think of it ending? It's been on for almost 10 years.
I think bittersweet is the word that keeps coming up for me. You know, obviously, we're very lucky to have been able to do this show and make this many episodes. And, you know, I'll miss everyone. It's tough to say goodbye.
Yeah, I'm just super grateful. I feel so lucky to have been a part of this show, and it's sad. It's sad that it's ending. Like probably all of you have seen every single episode. I love this show, and so you know it's sad, but it's an exciting time because who knows what's next. I like change, so we'll see what's next.
Yeah, I'm a little emotionally all over the place. Like, there's a part of me that's really excited for the future and that cognitively understands that everything in life has a conclusion. And then the rest of me feels really sad, and I am terrible with change. I'm absolutely terrible with it. So, I'm gonna miss the seal. I'm gonna miss playing a character that I know so well, and I'm gonna miss this group of people so much. But who knows? You never know. Like, at some point in the future, we'll have our project that Kayla and I are going to write, and then we'll all be in it.
Just one more question. What do you think of like the writing of the show, and what are your favorite and least favorite seasons?
Well, now you're trying to get us in trouble.
Yeah.
Favorite, least favorite season?
I'm gonna take the easy way out and say my least favorite season was season 2 because I wasn't on it.
Oh, good answer.
I win.
I think season 1 was really strong, I will say. Like, our pilot is great. I'm biased, obviously, but the pilot's great, and I feel like the first season was really strong.
Kayla, no answer.
I love it all.
I mean, 9 seasons is incredible, and you guys are saying it's sad that the show ends up working anywhere for a long amount of time and moving on. But you guys being in the business and having so many credits outside of The Flash, 9 to be on a show that gets to have a beginning, middle, and end is such a gift that so few shows get to experience. And so maybe in your own friendship group of other colleagues, how rare is it to get this opportunity?
Exceedingly. I mean, 1 in a million probably doesn't even describe it.
Yeah, and I don't think most people realize how many shows actors do that don't go on. You know, I've done, I think, 7 series that went 1 season, and along with, you know, plenty of other shows, but the idea that you can be on something for as many episodes, I mean, we've all been on the show for different periods of time, and yet we've all 3 been on the show so long that we've done as many episodes as the entire run of any other show these days.
Yeah, I think it's incredible, and even, you know, was just quickly looking at your guys' resume before you come, and becoming an actor and getting to this point, it's like, you know, you're on a TV show for an episode, you're on a TV show for an episode, 3 episodes, maybe that first time you got a regular might have been that first time you got a paycheck, but then here it's like, you get to do 9 whole seasons, or in some cases, not always all of you, but that's such an incredible experience, and for it to be wrapping up is so neat. Our next question is, I think over onto this side now. Oh, hello.
Hi, I'm Dylan. I was like wondering what season was your favorite and why?
I think I kind of answered this one, so I'm going to go back to it. But definitely, I mean, I don't know if it was my favorite. You know, the problem for me with this show is so much of the episodes are tied up in the experience of them. So, you know, is it a great episode? Was it fun to film? Like those, you know, it changes my answer. But I do think the first season was our strongest season. I don't know if it was the most fun. We worked a lot.
Like, are you able to critique even the episodes that you've directed? Is that changed your entire, like, are you able to be like, oh, that episode I directed is not good and that one is good?
Wow.
Are you able to do that to yourself?
My episodes are
No,
good.
I'm saying, are you able to say that about yourself?
Are you saying I should say my episodes are good?
I don't know.
Digging a hole. Hopefully we're all always learning.
We're always learning.
And yes, I do think I learned from my previous work as a director, but as an actor too. Hopefully you learn to make better choices as an actor and also as a person too.
Those will be the episodes we won't say as the worst seasons, the best seasons. Okay. We have one somewhere there. Hello.
Hello, my name is Ryan. I like the show Flash. And is Ralph and Cisco coming back for the last season?
We are almost done filming this season. We have 2 weeks left. And I think our finale has a lot of returning faces. Hopefully you'll get to see some of your favorites.
I have another question.
Okay,
Are
great.
you doing any other crossovers like with Batman or anything?
You know what? Most of the other shows, unfortunately, aren't filming anymore. Most of them are canceled. Batwoman, Supergirl ended, Legends was canceled. So we don't really do crossovers anymore. I will say the episode 9 of this season has a few characters from Arrow, so maybe that will work for you.
Thanks.
Okay, we have time for a few more questions. I don't know if we'll make it through our
Can we try and do a rapid fire?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. I was just wondering, what do you think your character had from a great hero? Like, what characteristics?
From a turbulent past, and so I think she's dealt with a lot of heartache, and it makes her empathetic and really want to be a hero.
I think Cecile's got an incredible moral compass, and the end result of that is deep kindness and concern for others, which I think is a really admirable quality.
Well, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched this season, I play a new character, and you're going to have to stay tuned for the rest of season 9 to figure out what makes her a hero.
Thank you.
Okay, next question over on this side. We have someone, yeah?
Hi ladies, nice to see you again. I'm Priscilla. So I do actually have 2 questions, but I'll try to rapid fire. My first question is, with your characters, they each have a different personality trait or character to them. Where do you see you as an actor, you as another person, relating to them the most?
For me, and I think this is something that happens a lot of times on shows, is the writers tend to start writing towards what your personality quirks are. And Cecile definitely developed or has the personality quirk of kind of always being the most enthusiastic person in the situation. And I too often suffer that particular personality quirk. So I think she and I are similar in that way.
I think Allegra has always wanted to belong and be a part of a greater thing and a family. And so I super resonate with that. My friends are my family, my people, my community, feeling like I have a place among my friend group and that I belong with them and they're my family. I feel like I resonate with her in that way.
I don't know if it's what I resonate with her about, but Keon has a little piggyback on what you were saying, but a little bit of optimism, which I love about her. She's definitely eyes wide open, so that's been fun.
And then my second question is, it's really great that we can all gather here after the pandemic, but I also know with the pandemic you guys had to stop filming for a little while. So I was just wondering, how has that impacted you guys when you came back to film, and has that changed your guys' mindset or how you guys get into character when you're filming?
It changed everything. In the interest of time, I'm going to say it changed everything, and then maybe let's chat at the table. You guys come see us. We're here all day, and we can talk further. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to try and get to everyone if we can.
I'll try to be quick. On The Flash, there was the recent Groundhog Day episode where Barry and Iris got to have kind of a perfect day where they could do whatever they wanted with the time. What is your version of a perfect day with your character or as yourself as a busy actor?
There's a beach, there's a margarita, there's my dog. These 2 ladies right here, even though one of them doesn't like to touch the sand, it's okay, she can stay on the deck.
I hear UGG boots are the secret. I'm willing to give it a try.
And a taco. There's definitely
I'm in for all of that. A little bit of sleeping in, with friends and family there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh.
Okay, so you guys are my favorite, and I'm just trying to figure out, if there was a deaf character in the show, what would that be like? I would love to see that. Do you think that could be possible?
Did you watch this week's episode?
Just 1 second. Yeah, I'm just curious. will the character be in further episodes? Will we see her more? I'm curious, what's that going to look like for the season going forward?
She's not just in one episode. And she's incredibly talented, and she and Andy actually were old friends. I love that they brought her on the show. Her name escapes me right now, but
she's a fantastic actress, and she also is about to be a director very soon. She's been participating in directors programs. I felt so proud that we had her on the show, and I'm so excited to see what's to come.
I will say that I feel like, you know, Greg Berlanti really supported and encouraged diversity, and I'm proud of the show and the Arrowverse for that. Absolutely. Thank you for your question.
Amazing, thank you. Okay, we got someone over here on the side, yeah?
Hi, my question is for all three of you. If a crisis was to hit the Earth again and Team Flash ladies were the only ones to survive, and they hopped to this verse, what do you think that would look like with just the ladies having to save the world?
We could do it, no problem.
Yeah, that'd be an awesome episode. I'm in. It would look stylish AF, first of all. Second of all, we would have it done in 5 minutes flat, and then I revert back to the margarita with a taco and margaritas.
Okay, good question.
All right, do we have time for these last two?
I think so.
Okay, great. You're up.
This is for Danielle. I was just wondering what your experience was working on Sky High was like.
So fun, the best, like one of the top 5 projects I ever worked on. Just incredibly talented people, so much fun making it, and a product I'm really proud of too, which is rare.
Thank you.
Omega head.
What is your favorite dessert?
Chocolate and peanut butter, anything with that. That's my jam.
I also love chocolate and peanut butter. Like a chocolate and peanut butter cookie, Reese's something with maybe some ice cream.
I'm also a chocolate and mint sort of guy.
Oh yeah.
But not dark chocolate and mint. I feel like the dark chocolate completely overpowers the mint. But personally, if you would ask, my favorite ice cream flavor is Shark Bite. Do you know what Shark Bite is?
No, I feel like there's the beginning of a set-up punchline.
You lost me at mint.
Shark Bite is a berry flavored ice cream with 2 different colors of blue, but with the added section of jam strawberry syrup, which adds a completely different dimension to the ice cream. And I would completely recommend that you consider it.
What an incredible end to the panel.
But you know what? Good takes. Good takes on you all.
I like that.
Wait, I didn't hear your favorite.
I didn't either.
Gluten-free cherry cheesecake.
All right, that wasn't. There you go.
Gluten-free, blah.
I don't have a choice. It has to be.
What's the crust made out of?
Gluten-free graham cracker.
Valid.
Thank you.
Amazing. All right, the women of the Flash.
Thank you guys
for being
here. Come say hi. We appreciate you so very much.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us here at Fan Expo.
Bye guys. See ya.